Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Grim here, and I'm here today to bring you a war showcase of our most recent war. This war, we went up against Kesa, Kesa, and we won pretty big here, 54 to 34, a 20-star difference. They didn't use all their attacks. They left out 11 attacks there, it looks like, and they kind of struggled with most of our bases, only getting about 1 to 2 stars on all of our bases. I'm not even sure they got a 3-star on our bases, or on any single one of our bases, but we, on the other hand, had a lot of 3-stars. We had a 3-star here on a Town Hall 11, and then we got really, really close here with a 99%, which I'll show, and then we cleaned up all of their Town Hall 9s. And we actually cleaned up all their Town Hall 9 bases pretty early in the war. I think halfway through, we had all the bases cleared, so 12 hours. And we had only used 24 attacks, and all the Town Hall 9s were cleared, and most of the Town Hall 11s and 10 were 2-starred at this point. So let's go ahead and get into this first raid done here by HNIG on a Town Hall 11. As a new Town Hall 11, in fact, he ended up gemming Town Hall 11 the night of this attack, just so we could have the Warden, so we could try and go for 3 stars here. But I'm not even sure he was going for 3 stars with this raid. It looked like he was only going for 2 stars, and ended up just kind of getting lucky. But his plan here was to wall breaker in on this Queen walk here. He's got 4 healers down on the Queen, and he wanted to get to the Eagle artillery and take it out before it even had a chance to activate, which he does here. He broke into these compartments here, and he lets the Queen shoot over this wall. And 4 healers kind of kept her up pretty level with her health. She didn't really fluctuate at all, go up or down at all. She kind of stayed the same throughout most of this walk. After she finished off that archer tower there, she went back up to full health there. The CC troops come out, and he goes ahead and drops a rage spell down for his Queen to help her power through this lava hound. When the pups explode there, he goes ahead and drops 2 minions down to help out, so that way his healers don't take too much damage from those lava pups at all. And his Queen finishes off the last of the lava pups and then continues on her walk. And with this walk, she's now going to take out an air defense and even the enemy Queen on this walk. So huge value for this walk. Several point defense, such as the archer towers and a couple wizard towers, and taking out an air defense, and then even taking out the enemy Queen on this walk. And now is when the raid starts to get a little crazy. He drops in his king here to start tanking a little bit, and then drops in 3 lava hounds straight for this 1 air defense, trying to soak up as many of those Inferno Tower beams as possible. And then he places a bunch of loons down, kind of in just one big line, targeted balloons there, drops a couple haste spells down to get the loons through the base, drops a freeze spell down on the close Inferno, and they finish off that Inferno, and the balloons are just wrecking this base. Drops a rage spell down to help them try to get through that last Inferno. Has the Warden and his aura, I guess you could say, I don't even know what they call it, but helping out the majority of the loons, and they work their way through the core of this base, and now all that's left really is this archer tower and this air defense and this expo, which the Queen is going to take out this expo here in a minute, as the air defense kind of picked off the last of the balloons there. So I think it was really close to getting that air defense down and completing a flawless 3-star raid. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just don't get lucky, and he ends up finishing off the rest of the space with the Queen walk on the back side here. This Queen, really a huge value. I think she finished off probably 50% of the base, this bottom half of the base for sure, basically all by herself, with a couple loons and maybe some minions to help her out. But the Queen walk, really a huge help on this raid, and finishing up a Town Hall 11 3-star. Great raid, H. Alright, next raid we're going to get into is the 99% I talked about here, done by Tinkleman, and he's going to be bringing a stoned 3 golem Gola Loon on a lesser upgraded Town Hall 10. But at this point in Clash of Clans, Town Hall 10 really isn't, I guess, balanced, you could say, and it's really, really hard to get 3 stars on max Town Hall 10s if you're a Town Hall 10 yourself. So, I mean, I guess we'll get what you can. Get what you can here at Town Hall 10. Take what you can get, I guess. But he starts out dropping his golems down, wizards behind to help funnel his heroes in to the core. Drops a jump spell down, drops his CC golem, and they're going to go straight into the core and start tanking here. Gets the CC to come out from those golems there. Drops his king down, drops a poison spell down for those CC troops, which was a witch, a couple wizards, and some balloons there. Had to hit the queen's ability a little bit early there, which I think was the reason he didn't get the 3-star on this raid. Had to hit the queen's ability. She took out the queen, the defensive queen, and air defense. But then the king, he hit his ability once he got into the core, and he took out an Inferno Tower. And I think that's a really big difference in raids like these. If you can take out one Inferno Tower, 2 air defenses, and the Archer Queen, there's really the base doesn't stand a chance after this point. But he drops 2 Lava Hounds down, some balloons, and some haste spells to get him into the core there. Drops a freeze spell down on that far side Inferno Tower. Rage spell down to get the balloons through the core. And this is where it starts to get a little sketchy, but it looks like he still has a chance here. And the air defense just starts to pick off the last of his balloons as they work their way over. They finish off the expo, and I think if he had gotten that air defense down with his kill squad, it was more than likely going to be a 3-star. And the balloons just kind of die off here, and it was oh so very close. But the queen works her way around with the help of some lava pups, and they work their way towards this last air defense, get through the enemy king there, and that could have been a factor there. If the enemy king had gone down, maybe she would have had enough health to work her way through. But what ends up happening here is the lava pups go down to the air defense, queen tries to work her way through these walls, and then the mortar ends up taking her down with a couple shots, and he gets so close to the 3-star, but yet so very far. Nice raid, Tink. Hope you get a 3-star on the next war. Alright, like I said before, we finished off their Town Hall 9s pretty early in the war. So this was a raid done by Rev here. He's taken 3 golems, stone to go-ho basically. But this raid was this base was already 3-starred by our top Town Hall 9, Farmer Frank. So some of the credit of this raid goes out to him, because he basically supplied the plan for Rev there. Actually, it looks like he brought some hogs there in his clan castle instead of a 3rd golem, just to get some of those distracted defenses out of the way. I think when Farmer Frank did this raid, he brought 3 golems, but used his kill squad to get into the core there and take out the heroes. Oops, Sports Center's notifying me. But he's kind of just doing some surgical around the base, dropping his heal spells where needed. There's the double giant bomb set, excuse me. But he triggered that one at a time, so it really wasn't a threat here. And the hogs are just kind of wrecking their way through the base as the golems and his heroes are in the core tanking. And he's just finishing off the last one. Gets a double bomb set there at the end and kind of loses some of his hogs, but he has just enough to finish off the last couple defenses. And he's got wizards working the backside of the ring of trash buildings there, and finishing up a 3-star raid for us over here at Dark Legends. Great raid, Rev, and nice plan by Farmer Frank there. Alright, we're going to move on to number 11, raid by Chupacabra. Big surprise, coming in, getting us a 3-star like he always does. But he told us when he went to attack this base that don't be surprised, it's kind of a hybrid army, and he's just going to see what he can do. He's going to try something a little different, he said. But sends in a couple hogs, gets the CC lure. He's going to go ahead and double poison those. And if you didn't see my live attack, I talked about it a little bit. When you're double poisoning, you don't have to wait for the poison spells to run out. You can place one poison spell, then wait 5 to 6 seconds, then place the other poison spell. Tried to get a 1-for-1 or 2-for-1, I guess, trade on the cannon there, but just didn't get it, so he placed an extra wizard down and ended up getting it. Sends in his 2 golem kill squad with some wizards behind, some wall breakers to open up the compartments and allow access for his golems and his kill squad to get into the core of the space. And he's really sending his heroes in his kill squad a long ways. He's going to send them all the way over to that queen. So he brought a rage for him, and that's going to help them accelerate and work their way through the middle of the space. Drops a couple hogs down here to try and take out some of these defenses, and I think he was planning on them going for that air defense, but they kind of had a mind of their own and pathed the other direction. But there's a lot going on here, and so that kind of made for some difficulty in this raid, and he kind of lost track of some things. But he's dropping hogs all over the place. He dropped his loons on the right-hand side there to try and get rid of a couple extra defenses. Dropped a heal spell for some hogs up here. Dropped some... just, it's a crazy raid, but he ended up getting the job done. Dropped another heal spell to help his hogs through these last couple defenses. And what his plan was to obviously send his kill squad across the base to get to the enemy archer queen. And then over here, there's a double giant bomb set here to the right of this Tesla. And he planned on this air defense that's going down right now to go down earlier in the raid, so that way the loons could take out this area where this double giant bomb was. And he didn't get the hogs to path the way he expected them to, but it's alright. He's got a golem tank in there, so he's going to end up getting that last Tesla down before it's too late. He's already got wizards all over the place working cleanup. But good raid, even though everything didn't go exactly to plan. You know, sometimes you get lucky every now and again. But great raid, Shoopy. Love to see your attacks, man. Alright. Next raid we're going to look at is actually a raid of mine. And like I said before, we had a lot of raids cleaned up earlier on. No, that wasn't it. That was my fail attack on their base. But here it's going to be my attack on the number 13 base. So I decided to go out this base and just open it wide open with some quake spells here in the core. So decided to quake these walls here in the middle and just open up this base from basically 3 o'clock all the way to 9 o'clock. And I went with a stoned Govaho, basically. So I'm taking 3 golems, 8 Valks, and 10 hogs, just for wherever I need them. And what ended up happening here is my queen ends up walking, but it actually ends up helping me in the end. Drop some wall breakers to allow the golems into the base, and in comes my Valks, and in comes my king once the enemy CC comes out and is locked onto the golems there. The wizards are going to go ahead and take care of the enemy CC all by themselves, and dropped a heal spell, for the Valks, and then dropped a rage spell to help them through this already damaged core from the quake spells. But they just tear through this core of this base. I'm getting some double giant bomb triggers, both here on the top and the bottom. So the queen started walking up here on the top, and I decided to drop my hogs down here at the bottom with a heal spell to help them out. So the hogs are doing their thing. The kill squad made it all the way over to the 9 o'clock area, and the queen finished off some defenses on the top there, and just left off these last couple here. But the hogs finished off the bottom of the base, and now they're working their way over to where the queen is. Queen ends up going down here, but it's no big deal. I got the king, I got 2 golems in there, I got wizards still, and the hogs finished off the last couple defenses, and then from this point, it's just cleanup. Got the wizards working their way around in the core, and it's basically the hogs and my king doing most of the cleanup here, but I ended up getting the 3-star with a couple seconds to spare. Alright, the next raid we're going to look at is Khan taking on number 15 here. He also decides to go at this base with some Valks here. He's going to take a shattered entry, 2 golems, and 6 Valks for his kill squad, and send them a little ways across the base to take out both of the enemy heroes. Gets his wizards down to create the funnel, drops the wall breakers down in between the golems to let them get access to this first compartment here. Drops his king and his Valks there, and he drops, I think, all of his wizards here, and I would have liked to see him save those last 2 wizards that he just put down there. Save those wizards for cleanup at the end of the raid con. But other than that, it was a pretty good raid. Dropped a jump spell to help the troops, the Valks, and his king into the core here and take out the enemy king. And now he's basically taken out all the major threats to hogs and starts sprinkling them in basically surgical style. He had 2 Teslas here pop that were basically troll Teslas, but no big deal. He just dropped the hogs right on them, and they took them out pretty easy. Dropped a heal spell for the hogs there where they needed it. The king is kind of beaten on him, but it's no big deal. He's not doing too much as he's only level 10. But dropped another heal spell, kind of leading the hogs into where they're going, and he's finishing off just the last couple defenses with those golems and the Valk tanking for the last of his hogs. And from there, it's just cleanup. He's got, at this point, like I said before, save those wizards so you can place them over here on the back side of this trash ring. And it just speeds up the raid, just in case you're running out of time. It's always best to just save a couple wizards. Alright, one more raid for you guys, and this is going to be done by Post, taking on number 18. And the reason I wanted to show this raid is because Post is doing this with very, not small, but lower level heroes. He's got a level 8 Archer Queen and a level 10 King. He's pretty new to Town Hall 11, and he's just got the basics of the war troops that he needs. But he's still taking on these bases. It's a lower level base, but he's still taking on these bases and 3-starring them. So, you know it can be done. These lower level heroes, you can still do it. You just got to have the right plan, and you got to execute it. But dropped a jump spell for his golems, sent his king in, and he's going to go ahead and take out these 2 air defenses with the help of the golems there. The Archer Queen takes out the last of the lava pups, and here he kind of sent his lava hounds a little bit early there. He sent 1 to that air defense, which was going to go down here to the kill squad, so maybe save it just a second. Wait a second longer before you send that one in. And starts dropping his balloons, dropped a haste spell for the balloons, dropped a rage spell to help them through this air defense in this kind of tightly packed core. And they're just going to wreck the base. Wreck that core, drops another rage spell. The lava hounds are doing a good job tanking. And as this lava hound explodes, the balloons are already over top of the air defense, and they're taking it out with the help of that heal spell there. And from there, all that's left is that archer tower, and he's got just a swarm of balloons to take it out. But he's got lava pups all over the place, working the cleanup for him, and basically finished off an outstanding 3-star raid with lower level heroes. So great job, Post. Love to see your raids, man. Keep up the good work. Alright guys, that does it for this war. I got another war for you guys, hopefully sometime soon. This recap looks like a good one, anti-3-star bases and all that, but hopefully that'll be coming out soon. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and hope to see you guys here next time.